Hi, this is James Shug with Westpac London's end of day report for Tuesday the 19th of February. Well, it was a fairly quiet day on the data front. We had the German ZEW analyst survey for February released. The outlook component of that jumped very sharply from 31.5 to 48.2. That's its highest in almost 3 years, and it shows that the 300 or so analysts surveyed are very much on board with the idea that Europe and Germany have done enough to sort the sovereign debt crisis and to minimise the chance of the catastrophic downside risks from crystallising. The current component of that, though, slipped to a new cycle low, and that reflects the slump in German and indeed European GDP in the fourth quarter. We had European construction output was down almost 2% in December. That was the third fall in 4 months. In the US, the NAHB housing market index slipped from 47 to 46 in February. That's its first decline since a temporary dip in April last year. We had some minor revisions to the CPI that aren't really worth mentioning. I mean, that was about it, really. There was talk of measures in China to slow down the housing market, and those and the slightly softer NAHB index, still just 1 point below a 6-year high, saw copper prices fall quite sharply today, and I'll get onto that in a minute. Copper obviously is an important material in the construction of housing, and with the US number weak and the Chinese talking about slowing it down, that had an impact there. But other than that, it's a pretty positive story. The FTSE in London closed up 1%, the French market up almost 2%, the Germans up 1.6%, and similar gains in Spain and Italy. And really all of that is pretty much attributed to the ZEW survey, which in turn is largely higher because of the strong performance of the stock market recently, which tends to influence analysts' responses to that survey. So a little bit of circularity perhaps creeping into there. This is the fourth time actually the ZEW's risen to quite a distinct peak since the deep recession of 2008-2009, and of course on 3 of those occasions it subsequently collapsed as Europe has descended into turmoil. Let's see what happens this fourth time. Okay, the Dow at the moment, it's up 0.3% at 14,024. In the commodity markets, as I mentioned, copper prices are weaker, down 2.4% today. Gold is off 0.4%, $1,602 an ounce, and oil's off 0.1%, $95.75 a barrel. The Aussie dollar, it's up about 0.5 cent during the London session, from 1.03 to 1.035, and that's pretty much been driven by the positive sentiment in equity markets. We've got wages figures and also Westpac's leading index coming up Wednesday in Australia. That's it for today. I'll be back again, same time tomorrow.